Usher and Justin Bieber have both recently opened up in exclusive interviews about their troubling experiences with Cent Diddy Usher, shedding light on a dark chapter in their careers. Both artists allege being exposed to harmful and exploitative environments during their interactions with the music mogul, and the revelations are sending shockwaves throughout the industry. Usher revealed harrowing details about his time at Diddy's Puffy Flavor Camp, a program ostensibly designed to mentor young talent, but which, according to Usher, exposed him to inappropriate and traumatizing situations. Usher, who joined the camp at just 13 years old, said in a recent interview, "I was there to work, but it was far from professional. I told him, I'm 13 years old. Why are you bringing me to clubs? I'm not here to party." He continued, "The lifestyle I witnessed there was unsettling. I saw things I didn't understand at the time, but they haunt me now. I had no idea what I was being exposed to." Usher's accounts suggest a toxic environment where young artists were coerced into situations far beyond their maturity level. In a candid conversation with Howard Stern, Usher admitted that he would never send his own son to such a program. Looking back, there were very curious things happening, he said, without going into explicit detail. However, he alluded to an environment filled with excessive partying, questionable activities, and a complete disregard for boundaries. "I didn't even understand what I was looking at most of the time," he admitted. It was wild. Shockingly, Usher also discussed his interactions with Diddy in private setting, hinting at deeply personal and troubling experiences. Allegedly, one such experience left him requiring medical attention, although he refrained from detailing what had occurred. "To this day, I struggle with sleep because of what I went through," he confessed. Justin Bieber's experience mirrors some of Usher's revelations, and the two have reportedly bonded over their shared trauma. Bieber, who was signed by Usher and subsequently introduced to Diddy at the tender age of 13, described his time under Diddy's temporary guardianship as deeply disturbing. "I was flown out to meet people in the industry, and Diddy took me under his wing for 48 hours, Bieber recounted. "Those were some of the most confusing and unsettling days of my life." Bieber's song Yummy is widely speculated to reference the exploitation he endured during his early career. In interviews, he's hinted at the trauma he experienced as a child star, though he's avoided naming names explicitly. "I felt completely alone," Bieber shared. "The things I saw, the things I went through, it's why I acted out as a teenager. I didn't know how to process it." Allegedly, Usher's decision to hand Bieber over to Diddy, despite knowing Diddy's reputation, was part of a larger effort to secure favour in the industry. Industry insiders suggest that Usher's own experiences with Diddy had normalised such behaviour for him. However, Usher has since expressed regret, acknowledging the harm that may have come to Bieber during that time. "I was young too," Usher admitted. "I didn't fully grasp the danger I was putting Justin in. I thought I was helping his career, but I see now how wrong it was." Disturbing allegations have also surfaced about Diddy's behaviour toward Usher during their time together. John Deal, a former associate of Diddy, has alleged that Usher was sent to the hospital after one particularly traumatic encounter. "People in the industry were talking," Deal said. "They said Diddy sent Usher to the hospital. The details are horrifying, but they're out there." Bieber's parents have also faced criticism for allowing him to enter such an environment at a young age. "They trusted the system, but the system failed," a source close to the family said. Bieber himself has stated that his trauma contributed to his struggles with substance abuse, as he sought to numb the pain of his early experiences. "I turned to drugs because I couldn't cope," Bieber revealed. "I didn't have the tools to deal with what had happened to me." The allegations against Diddy have only grown in recent months, with new lawsuits and testimonies painting a chilling picture of systemic abuse. A federal case against Diddy alleges that he orchestrated freak-off parties where minors were allegedly exploited and subjected to abuse. Tapes from these events, reportedly recorded by Diddy himself, have been handed over to authorities, fueling the investigation. The legal proceedings have also implicated other high-profile figures, including Jay-Z. A lawsuit filed by an anonymous woman alleges that both Diddy and Jay-Z assaulted her at an after-party following the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000. The woman, who was just 13 years old at the time, claims she was drugged and attacked by the two men, while others looked on. Both Diddy and Jay-Z have denied the allegation, but the case is moving forward. The entertainment industry's history of protecting powerful individuals at the expense of victims is now being scrutinized like never before. Advocacy groups are calling for comprehensive reforms to ensure the safety of young artists and prevent further abuse. "We need independent oversight," one advocate said. "These aren't isolated incidents. They're part of a systemic problem that's been allowed to persist for too long." The bravery of survivors like Usher and Justin Bieber in sharing their stories is sparking a long overdue reckoning. As more victims come forward, the hope is that their voices will lead to meaningful change. For now, the world watches as Hollywood and the music industry face a crisis of accountability, with Diddy and his enablers at the center of the storm. The tapes allegedly recorded by Diddy himself have become central to the investigation. These tapes, reportedly documenting the abuse and exploitation at these parties, have been handed over to federal authorities. The evidence is said to reveal a shocking pattern of abuse that spanned years. According to insiders, these tapes were initially used by Diddy to blackmail other high-profile figures who attended his events. Now, the same recordings are being used to build a case against him and his associates. Further complicating the legal battle, Courtney Burgess, a close friend of Diddy's late ex-wife, Kim Porter, has come forward with additional evidence. Burgess provided the FBI with tapes and detailed accounts of what transpired at these freak-offs. She also handed over a diary allegedly belonging to Kim Porter, which reportedly contains damning information about Diddy's activities. The revelations have sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, prompting renewed calls for justice. June Deal, who has been outspoken about Diddy's action, claims there is more to come. "This is just the beginning," he said in a recent interview. "People are going to be shocked when they hear what really happened. The industry has been covering this up for years, but the truth is finally coming out." As more victims step forward, the scale of the alleged abuse is becoming clearer. Advocacy groups are now pushing for systemic reforms to address the exploitation of young artists and hold those in power accountable. Proposed measures include establishing independent oversight bodies, implementing mandatory ethics training, and creating stronger protections for minors in the industry. The impact of these revelations is far-reaching. They not only expose the dark side of the entertainment industry, but also highlight the urgent need for cultural change. The bravery of survivors like Usher and Bieber serves as a powerful reminder that speaking out can lead to meaningful reform. Their voices, along with those of countless others, are challenging an entrenched system of abuse and exploitation. For now, the spotlight remains on figures like Diddy and Jay-Z, whose legacies are under scrutiny. As the legal proceedings unfold, the world watches closely, hoping for accountability and justice. The courage of those who have come forward is inspiring others to break their silence, signaling a turning point in the fight against systemic abuse in the entertainment industry. The days of silence and complicity are numbered, and the world is finally starting to listen.